Here we go with tonight's main event at Tequila Patron Tale of the Tape World Title Fight. Alexandra Lopes, 10-1 with one knockout, weighing 145.5 pounds, standing at 5 feet 7 inches from Marshfield, Massachusetts, by way of Poland. Her opponent, Tori Nelson, former world champion, 6 wins, no losses, 3 draws, weighing 147 pounds, sitting at 5 feet 6 inches from Ashburn, Virginia. That is the Tale of the Tape for your main event at tonight's fight, brought to you by Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports and Tequila Patron. Now down to the center of the ring for the official fighter introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Patron Tequila and Pinnacle Vodka main event. Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports Incorporated, in association with DeBella Entertainment, presents Champion Breed. And now, from beautiful Twin River Casino in Lincoln, Rhode Island, it's time. Let's get fired up! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She weighed in at an even 147 pounds. She has a professional record of 6 wins, 0 defeats, with 3 draws. She's wearing black trunks, trimmed in white. Hailing from Ashburn, Virginia, Tori Nelson. And fighting out of the red corner, she weighed in at 145.5 pounds. She is wearing the white trunks, trimmed with red and navy blue. She has a professional record of 10 wins against only 1 defeat, with 1 big win coming by way of knockout. She hails from Gliwice, Poland. She resides in Marshfield, Massachusetts, but she makes Providence, Rhode Island her adopted home. Ladies and gentlemen, here is ALEKSANDRA Magda LOPES.
Trunks are pretty good. Waterline, that's good. Okay. 10 rounds. Touch them up.
Ready for tonight's main event, 10 rounds for the WIBA World Welterweight title. In the red corner, we have Alexandra Lopes, 10-1 with 1 knockout for the 33-year-old. Born and raised in Poland, living in Marshfield, Mass. Lost her professional debut in 2009, won her next 10 fights. Her opponent coming out of the blue corner with the black shorts and the black top, Tori Nelson, 6 wins, no losses, 3 draws for the 37-year-old. 8 of her 9 opponents have had winning records, and she is the former WBC, WBA, and WIBA middleweight champion.
Right off the bat, she's trying to establish that jab. You know, she's got the reach advantage. She's a little taller. She's trying to establish that jab right away, stay on her bike a little bit, move around, and walk Tori into some shots.
Steve, Tori's been in a handful of title fights, world title fights. She's had 3 belts, as we just mentioned. This is Alexandra's first title fight. So how do you think that experience plays into a favor for Tori?
Well, you know, we're watching the ring walks and everything like that, and it looked to me that Alexandra was a little, not so much starstruck, but, you know, like a little nervous of, you know, what was going on and what she was about to enter and stuff like that. And, you know, Tori, she just walked, she had the hood down, and, you know, she looks like she has that focus right now. And, you know, Alexandra definitely has a better skill set and, like I said, longer, but she can't be getting hit by right hands like that. You know, she's got to be ready to go. And, you know, this might be the best fighter that Alexandra's ever fought, and you know, you never know what happens.
Final 20 seconds to go here in round number 1. Again, of a schedule of 10 in the main event. Brought to you by Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports.
And Pat, that's the other thing you got to remember. These are 2-minute rounds, not 3-minute rounds, so they go a lot faster.
Final seconds to go here in round number 1. A lot of boxing left. A look here at the WIBA welterweight title. The last time this title was on the line was in 2011. There have been 5 different WIBA welterweight title holders. Longest reigning title holder, Holly Holm, had it for 2.5 years, defended it 3 times, and it's the first time the WIBA has been up for grabs in the U.S. since 2009. And Tori Nelson once had the WIBA middleweight belt, now fighting for the welterweight belt here at Twin River Casino. Her last 2 fights, a majority decision and a split decision victory, both in Bermuda. That was a WBC title fight. Ready for round number 2 of a schedule of 10.
I would say that, you know, Tori got the better of that first round. Tori Nelson definitely, in my opinion, got the better of the first round. She closed the distance well. She came over that jab. She put some pressure on her, hit her with some good hard right hands. You know, it's a long way to go. 10 rounds is a long way to go, but you know, she came into hostile territory, took that first round, kind of set the pace and the momentum.
Not a lot of knockouts here, Steve. Actually, only 1 knockout combined in 16 wins between Lopes and Nelson. So you're expecting this fight to go the full 10. How important are these first few rounds here to win in this fight?
It's money in the bank. I mean, you know, she's already up 1-0. You know, as those rounds get later and later, and you're looking to steal around here and there, these early rounds are huge.
With 10 rounds only being for title fights, Lopes never been this far in a fight before. This is Alexandra's 3rd fight in 2013. She had 4 in 2012. Been very busy in the past 2 years. Also got her law degree.
Former resident of Quincy, Mass. Before she went to Marshfield.
Home of
me,
the great Steve Mays.
Alex is really using her distance this round. She's doing a real good job with the foot movement, keeping her away, keeping her at bay, keeping her at the end of the shot. She's doing a really good job this round. She's got to be careful pulling out like that, though.
Final seconds to go here of round number 2.
She's frustrating Tori, too. You see Tori at some point in time in that round waving her on, like, come on, come on. And, you know, Alex just has to realize that she has to keep playing her game and keep her at the end.
End of round number 2. Listening in the corner here is Wayne Lopes, Alexandra's trainer and husband.
Visit GammansCredentialRealty.com today.
I need both hands down. I need both. I want you to stop both hands downstairs,
better
okay?
mortgage.
Jab her upstairs, get her up, bat that hard downstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You
inside the ring,
left hook and left uppercut, okay?
the ring card goes
I said every now and then
is Mariah
turn right
Sikorsky.
into something, okay?
She hails from East Taunton, Massachusetts.
Jab, start assaulting them.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mariah Sikorsky.
You got this. And when she does this shit, you fucking hurt. Don't
Taste
mind
of the
her.
original light beer. Grab a cold Miller.
Take that strap.
Miller Lite has been brewing America's favorite light beer since 1973. Try it tonight. Miller Lite.
2 rounds in the book, 8 more to go here in this WIBA welterweight title fight from Twin River Casino. I'm Pat Sullivan, my broadcast partner tonight, Steve Mays. Glad you can make CES boxing a part of your evening.
I think a big thing that Wayne said in the corner was, you know, when she taunts you and stuff like that, don't play into that game. Keep doing what you're doing. Because it's easy to get into, you know, one of those matches where, you know, you hit her with a shot, she hits you with a shot, and then all of a sudden you're waving at each other, and you kind of forget what your game plan is and how you won the round. So It's very important that Wayne said that. I thought that was great advice.
Minute 20 to go here in round number 3. A big shot there by Nelson.
Well, there's no mystery. I mean, she's got to come over that jab. She's got to break that distance. So it's going to be a big overhand right, big left hook. She's got to try to break that distance that Alex is doing such a good job with keeping. She's got to be aware all the time, that's all.
Minute to go here in round number 3. Alexandra 4-0, a perfect record here at the Twin River Event Center in Lincoln, Rhode Island. Nelson just continues to come forward, trying to find an answer to get through Alexandra's defense. .30 seconds to go here in round number 3. Final seconds to go here in round number 3.
Really
Lopes
tough
fighting
round.
in her first title fight. Tori Nelson, again, a 3-time world champion. Used to these long distance fights.
That's a tough round to score right there.
3 rounds in the books.
Hey, she don't want to fight. She don't even want to fight. I want you to spit this one. Spit it all. Spit it all. Right
We ain't putting none.
Baby, you got this. It's downhill. We could have gone way. Walk her down. He made a good comment. You're too wide. Shorten up the steps. Look for the 2. She don't want none. She ain't even got a jab to keep you off. Don't forget your own jab. When you see it, you got to be a little busy. Until you see the big shot, hit her with the quick shots. Keep walking her down. Don't let her breathe. Make her back. We're a pattern now. The pattern is she's backing up and ain't throwing punches.
Yeah.
Let's keep that pattern. Look out for the right hand. When you throw the right, lean over. Come on, take this, man. Take it. Take it, Taylor.
Nelson's corner pretty positive there, Steve.
Yeah, you know, you got to keep coming forward, look for the right hands, back her up. You know, all the definitely saying all the right stuff. It is an early fight. There's still a long way to go. And this is anybody's fight. I mean, I scored the last round for Lopes, but you could have made a case that Nelson won the last round. I mean, this fight is nip and tuck right now, and it's all about who's going to execute their game plan.
7 rounds to go here in the WIBA World Welterweight title.
And Nelson's corner told her that she has to establish her own jab, and she has. She's hit Lopes with a couple good ones this round and set up her own right hand.
The thing about Nelson, she's very aggressive. She's come forward since the first bell here tonight. Obviously, with all her experience fighting long rounds and fighting for world titles. And Steve, she's fought in Bermuda. She's fought all over the world here for these world titles. So, showing a lot of experience for Nelson.
Yeah, you know, she's used to going to other people's backyards and beating them.
Halfway through round number 4. Shot there by Nelson.
She's got to do a better job cutting off the ring. Looks like she's just following Alexandra around a little bit. She's got to cut the ring off, use those body shots, walk her into punches.
Nelson certainly has control of the center of the ring, Steve, but you're right. Alexandra's been able to sidestep and pretty much move around this ring at will.
Her right hand's getting closer and closer every time she throws it.
Ten seconds to go here in round number 4. Six rounds to go here in this World Welterweight title. Pretty even fight so far, Steve.
Absolutely, I have it 2-2.
Corona Extra, the unmistakable color, the one-of-a-kind taste, the unparalleled flavor of relaxation. Everything in one of the most recognizable bottles in the world. Nothing beats a Corona Extra. Try one today.
Try to slide to your right, okay?
Fight fans, please welcome tonight's proud sponsor,
After she
GMP
throws it right here,
Furniture.
Mark said she's
Made
good
using a
confidence. She
secret
has
recipe
nothing after
for more than 200
After she
years.
throws it,
The
jab,
world's
cross,
number
hook.
one Kentucky bourbon
You make it,
is
Mr.
an
Right.
American bourbon.
Jab, cross, hook.
Discover
Okay?
GMP today.
Tammy, jab, cross, hook, okay? Move to your right. Hands up.
Looks like the big concentration there is to keep going to her right, stay away from Tori's right hand. And they're right, because all she really is trying to do is land that big right hand.
You see Nelson trying to wind up with it. Nelson again in the black trunks, Lopes in the white trunks. Between rounds, Steve, the corner Wayne Lopes was trying to tell Alexandra to set up combinations starting with the jab. But with Nelson moving forward so much, it's been hard for Lopes to set up those combinations.
Well, she's got to get her shots off before Nelson gets too close. You know, this is the distance where she wants to punch where she is right now. As Nelson steps to her, she's got to let her hands go. Nelson's trying to close the distance. If she allows her to close the distance, she's not going to be able to get her shots off.
This is where you wonder if all that experience is going to start to help Nelson maybe in the later rounds in this fight. She's now seen what Alexandra's had for 4.5 rounds. Big miss there by Nelson. Comes right back forward. Referee Joe Lupino's had a pretty clean fight here so far.
Yeah. You know, Lopes needs something that's going to get Tori Nelson's attention. You know, she's got to hit her with a shot that stops her, and because all she's doing is just walking her down and walking her down and walking her down. You got to catch her, you got to stop her in her tracks, get her attention, and really turn the fight around.
Right now, Nelson really has no fear of anything that Lopes has hit her with. 5 rounds in the books. We are halfway through this main event.
Tried to hold her around, but it ain't gonna work because she's there now. Breathe, breathe, just breathe. You gotta just stay busy with this girl. Breathe. Any chance to get around, they're gonna give it to her. That was her best round, but by no means did she beat you.
Good round there for Nelson.
I thought
and you
so,
can
yeah.
hear her corner right there saying, just stay busy. And that really is some great advice here for Nelson. If she can stay busy and keep backing Lopes down, it's going to be tough for Alexandra to win these rounds when she's backpedaling the whole time.
It seems like the person who gets off first in the combination is the one who is getting the better of the exchange and who's winning the round.
So go one fake and then take another step once hit. Just look out, slip that on.
All right, let's go, come on.
Halfway through this WIBA World Welterweight title. Alexandra Lopes in her first world title fight. Tori Nelson in her 4th.
Oh, good jab right hand by Nelson.
Yeah, the Lopes tries to come in and put a combination together. You're right, Steve. Nelson hasn't had anything that's caught her attention. She's just sitting there taking the punches, but coming right back and still moving forward.
You know, one of the biggest things in pro boxing is to get the attention of your opponent, hurt your opponent with a shot, so they don't just come forward. They don't just try to walk you down and bully you and push you around. And it just seems like Lopes can't get her attention with anything.
Under a minute to go here in round number 6.
You can make the argument that every one of these rounds with a minute left or 40 seconds left is up for grabs. And this is another classic round like that.
Neither fighter really doing much to sway the judges thus far. You're right, it could be the last 30 seconds. And this is where those first few rounds, Steve, really come into play. As the fighters continue to get fatigued, as the rounds go on and they get a little more tired, this round's going to be very, very even, and you want to have those first couple rounds in your back pocket. Tough round to score there, Steve.
Either way. You could score that round either way.
Tonight's sponsor, Express Printing, the official printer for CES Mixed Martial Arts.
I need you to step, listen to me. This is sparring. You had harder with Aaron, okay? Step in behind that second jab. Stepping in and let them fucking hands go. She can't fight backing up. The only thing she's got, if she comes through and you give ground, okay? Stepping in with the second jab.
All your printing needs. 508-679-7921.
She's busy.
Fight fans, your ticket to Sunday football action is now at the last resort, located on Barnum Pike in nearby Smithfield. Also, stop by on Mondays for Glory Call with cash prizes, karaoke on Tuesdays, and open mic comedy night on Wednesdays.
Push her back. You're bigger and stronger than her.
Located on Barnum Pike.
Well, Steve Mays, 4 rounds to go in this world title fight. You heard Wayne Lopes in the corner saying that Tori Nelson can't fight backing up. And it's been the other way around the first few fights. It's been Alexandra who has had to back up when Tori Nelson comes forward. See if she can reverse the fortunes here.
I absolutely agree with Wayne Lopes 100%. You know, she needs to be very aggressive, start coming forward, and try to change the look of this fight. You never know what the judges are thinking. You really don't. You never want to leave it in their hands. You know, you don't want to go back to the locker room and say, well, if I won one more round, I would have got a draw. If I won one more round, I would have won the fight. You got to pick it up, and you got to take it from people.
Especially the middle few rounds we've seen so far, Steve. They've been so close, and they really could have gone either way. It's really tough to tell what the actual score is in this fight, especially if you're in the corner. You hear Wayne Lopes in the corner, Steve, really urging Lopes to come forward.
Push her back, push her back. He keeps saying push her back. He's right. She's got to come forward. And in the other corner, they're saying it's a lazy jab. Go over the jab. It's a lazy jab. So, you know, who can put their game plan to work? Good right hand to the body there by Lopes. This, in my opinion, this is Lopes' best round here.
Just about 10 seconds to go.
Keep going, keep going.
Not sure what that was. There's a whistle
That
there.
was a whistle.
With about 6 seconds left, and Joey Lupino told both fighters to keep going. That's got to be a first.
Yeah. Somebody must have been running a sprint or something like that.
Entertainment and Sports would like to thank you for all of your support in making tonight's event possible.
Reed, listen, you got this, but you can't fade down the stretch. You know, she knows that she's not winning, so she's trying to fight a little bit more. Now, when she changes her strategy. Counterpunch, like clean. Okay? Now slip it. Just counter clean. You gotta let her walk, because you already took the early rounds. Just wait. Wait, but stick her. You gotta throw it. You're throwing a loopy right hand. Leave it right hand. Hit it straight. A jab. Use your jab a little more, just so you're throwing more punches. Okay, breathe. Just relax. Relax. Totally. Look, you got 3 rounds left. Right on 4.
8, 9, and 10. 3.
Breathe. Go get it. Go get it.
Again, Steve, the corner for Tori Nelson saying stick with that jab. It's been a really effective punch for her. It's what she's been able to back Alexandra up with.
Alex comes right out and grabs the center of the ring and comes forward. I mean, almost running across the ring at her to get after. Is there, you know, Tori Nelson's corner just said she knows she's losing, so she's changing it up. Is there a little bit of urgency now in the corner of Lopes of saying, look, we got to get going here. The sights and sounds of Twin Rivers.
Minute 20 to go here in round number 8. Lopes
Good body shot. There's
aggressive.
Lopes with a good combination right there. Definitely being more aggressive.
Yeah, there's definitely something was said in the corner there with some urgency. As you can see, Lopes actually trying to beat Nelson to the punch, but before she was letting Nelson throw first, now trying to beat her to the punch.
She has to get off first. She has to get off first. Very effective jab right there. Put the right hand behind it now for Lopes.
It's about 30 seconds to go here in round number 8. Still 2 more rounds to go in this WIBA World Welterweight title fight. Alexandra Majak Lopes, Tori Nelson. Trading blows here in the center of the ring. And Lopes, who did well in this round, don't want to give it up this round if the judges do have it here in the last couple seconds.
I tell you, I had Lopes winning that round up until that last flurry, and now I don't know.
And that's experience right there, Steve. Tori Nelson's been in world title fights before. She's been in long fights before. She knows how important those last 30 seconds are. Let's actually listen into the corner here with Wayne Lopes.
9 coming up.
See how they're going to take these last 2 rounds.
I'm not gonna lie, it's close. Look at that. Okay. Hands up, let it fuck hang out.
Looking to stay safe? Check out Rondo's Kickboxing. Now with 2 locations. If you're in the Johnston or Woodstock area, stop by Rondo's Kickboxing today with classes running from Monday through
Work to your right, work to your right.
of their new members. Only $49 for a 1-month session with free boxing gloves included. Call today or 272-HIT. That's Rondo's Kickboxing.
Round number 9, Steve. 4 more minutes to go here in this world title fight. Alexandra Lopes, Tori Nelson. And again, you see Lopes come right out of the corner. You heard her husband and trainer Wayne say, I'm not going to lie, this fight's close.
He said you got to let it all hang out, and she came right out. As soon as that bell rang, she ran across the ring again. This is another excellent fight. Again, Michael Parenti doing a great job with the matchmaking.
Nelson again trying to control the ring. Alex Lopes doing a better job in the last couple rounds of cutting off that center.
She got to let her hands go. She has to be first. She can't let Tori Nelson get off.
Less than 1 minute to go in round number 9.
Wow, these rounds are going fast. Anybody can steal this round too. 1 or 2 combinations takes this round for either fighter.
Just about 30 seconds to go in round number 9.
There we go.
Lopes with a good flurry. Good job by Nelson to come back up top. See that sense of urgency here from Tori Nelson. See if Lopes has the same sense of urgency. Final seconds to go here in round number 9, heading towards the 10th and final round in this world title fight. Nelson finished that round pretty well.
That was nice. I like the way you drop your hands.
Let's listen to the corner here for Tori Nelson, heading in the 10th and final round.
You gotta make it clear cut. You don't have to waste your legs. That was, you know, that jab, you went around with the jab.
Last round, touch him up. Great job, guys.
We got 2 minutes. Don't be caught. Up jab, and when in doubt, just tuck your chin and go the other way. Come on, I need this round. You have to have it. You want to be champ 3 times? 2 minutes!
Matt Sullivan, Steve Mays bringing you the 10th and final round from the Twin River Event Center, brought to you by Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports and Fight Stream, here for the WIBA World Welterweight title fight, 10th and final round. 2 minutes to go here, Steve Mays. This could be anybody's fight, still up for grabs in the final round of this amazing bout so far between ALEKSANDRA Lopes and Tori Nelson, coming all the way from Virginia, a 3-time world champion, to take on the hometown Lopes in her very first title fight.
I'll tell you what, this fight is definitely up for grabs, and right now Nelson is throwing some serious leather. She came out the start of this 10th round and really wanted it. She hit ALEKSANDRA with some big shots already this round. Good composure by Lopes, so going right back to the jab, trying to establish her jab, distance, combinations again.
Final minute to go, Steve. 60 seconds all on the line. Tori Nelson in her 4th title fight. ALEKSANDRA Lopes in her 1st. See if experience plays a factor. Nelson goes hard to the body, has Lopes back up.
And right now, something as simple as backing up, effective aggressiveness could win a round for somebody.
"30 seconds to go here in round number 10. The championship round here for the WIBA. Seconds to go here, Steve. Not much else to say here in this fight. This fight is so hard to score. Steve Mays didn't even put a 10th round on his scorecard.
I scored every round as we watched it here, and I got to tell you, I had it 5-5 a draw.
Very tough fight to score.
Anybody could say 6-4, anybody can say 7-3, but it was close.
But I'll tell you what, Steve, it doesn't matter what I think, what you think. There's only 3 people in the building that have the final say.
That's right.
3 men and women over there on the stools, and Tori Nelson and ALEKSANDRA Lopes left it up to those 3 opinions, and we're going to find out shortly.
It looks like the decision is in. Let's throw it down to the ring announcer to see what we have.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, how about a nice round of applause for these 2 fine competitors. At the end of 10 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Lima scores the bout 100-90. Judge Carasone scores about 98-92. And Judge Madfee scores about 100-90 for your winner and the WIBA champion of the world, fighting out of the blue corner, Tori Nelson.
And Tori Nelson gets away with the WIBA Women's World title, and a decision that was a little more lopsided than we thought here. Scores of 100-90, 100-90, and 98-92. You know, Tori, she definitely was more effective. She came forward. She backed ALEKSANDRA up. But, you know, we thought it was a little closer than that. But let's throw it down to Pat right now with the winner, Tori Nelson.
Grab a quick interview here with Tori Nelson. Before we take some pictures, Tori, congratulations on the world title fight. Your thoughts on how everything went down?
Everything was good. You know, I'm blessed. First, I give honor to God, and I thank the promoter for blessing us to come out here and giving us the opportunity. I thank her for giving me the fight. Thank you, Aleksandra. More props to her. And I just pray to say, I hope I got more coming.
Tori, you fought in world title fights before. How did this one compare to the other ones?
It was good. She moved a lot. This was my first welterweight, so I'm used to middleweight. Middleweight girls don't move like that, so I got to get on the treadmill a little more.
So how overall was your first experience in Providence, Rhode Island?
It was good. It was good, and I'm grateful and thankful that it was against Alexandra, such a good competitor. I'm glad that it was against her, so she's getting me ready for the other girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WIBA welterweight champion, Tori Nelson.